Okay, y'all. So it's been a minute since I did one of these. And this morning, being an idiot, going on social media for breakfast, I got an idea, and it's about um, the family drag queen shows uh, that people are up in arms about. Because this meme popped up from somebody who thinks that the reaction is ridiculous, and there is some ridiculous Tipper Gore shit about it, I think, but the guy put up, hey, we grew up with these drag queen shows, and it was like Robin Williams and that guy from the Professors, Nathan Lane, um, professors, the producers, and a few others of comedians that dress in drag, and I was like, those don't look like the shows that they've been putting up when they're complaining. They don't look anything like them. They're a little more, they are kind of family friendly, right? And part of the humor, and I don't know a lot about, like, the other drag stuff. Hell, I don't know a lot about Robin Williams drag. I don't know that. I've seen Bugs Bunny in drag too, and part of it is that, right? And but they don't look anything like the ones that these parents are complaining about. Are not Nathan Lane style drag shows. Okay, y'all. That, and I have a hard time believing that anyone thinks that's what the parents are complaining. I don't. I'm sorry, man. I don't think you're in that deep of a cave that you don't know what kind of shows they're complaining about. So I'm like, well, let me find one of the videos, you know. And so I go looking for a minute, and then I'm like, I give up, and then I look again. Oh, there it is. And oh crap, that's the one I'm thinking of. And I'm like, I'll watch it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember when I saw this, and I watched this video, and I thought, well, hell, that looks like dances they do at the Grammys. Okay, that looks like a lot of the dances that female singers who dance, that looks like their dances. And I'm pretty sure that nobody's trying to ban children from going to, like, a Cardi B show. So I think the reaction is more to the drag than the movements the drag queen is doing. That's what it looks like on the surface to me. Okay, if you don't want your kids to go, that great. Um, but I think the reaction in the thing that started this off for me is disingenuous, and that's being generous. That's It's deceptive. Okay, and moreover, it doesn't ask the hard question, which is how many parents are okay with their kids watching that same dance if it's a woman doing it versus a drag queen doing it. And that's a serious question. I don't have an answer for that. Why I It does feel different to me. But I know that's a feeling, and I know I really can't defend it. Would I take my kid to some of these shows? Well, she's old enough it don't matter. Would I take my kid to a drag queen show? Probably not, but I don't go to drag queen shows. I remember the first time I saw a drag show, and I don't think it was all drag, but it was at the Miller Outdoor Theater, and I'm watching this woman dance, and I'm a kid. I all I know is I like women. That's what I don't. There's none of the other stuff to it, right? And I'm watching this woman. And I'm like, I mean, ballet is impressive until you get older, and then you're like, that looks kind of silly. Maybe I'm sorry. It's impressive, period. Physically, it's like not my thing, right? But I'm watching this, and I mean, I'm thinking whatever kid language I had, she's pretty fine. She got to the end and she whipped off her wig, which was signal enough, even to a kid. Oh crap! And man, that fucked me up. Like, oh my god, that moment of deception, which is funny for some people, not for the kid, And then it's like, okay, well, and I'm done with her. Uh, and and that's the kid thing. I'm a kid, and this thing gets flipped on me, right? Holy shit! But there wasn't anything. I don't look back on that and think, oh my God, they were, grooming me. It's just a dude doing the dance, and then he does that at the end to flip the people who weren't in on it, who didn't know, right? It wasn't anything lascivious or any crap like that. But does that compare to some of the stuff now? Well, no, he was not dancing anything like a stripper, okay? But it's not just drag queens dancing like strippers. I, there's other people that would be better at figuring out who's leading these changes, and I'm sure it's all intertwined. But these drag queen shows that I'm seeing, maybe they innovated it and then it showed up on MTV, but I'm guessing that these shows are just emulating what's most popular right now. And frankly, what's most popular right now uh wouldn't have flown in my day. My parents would have flipped their shit. So, I think with most parents, they probably, y'all are not going to notice when it's, quote unquote, regular show, when it's a non-drag show. It's just God, see, I don't know any of these. It's not like Lady Gaga, okay? And I don't, man, I don't. The videos are probably different to the shows. I don't know. My ignorance kind of makes my argument a little bit bad, but from my small sampling, all this crap, that drag queen show didn't look that damn different. It just was the fact that it was a dude dressed up as a woman. That was the difference. And that's a question worth exploring. And if that's too far for you, if that makes the change, okay, well, that's you. And if you see somebody else and that's the change for them, and you want to explore that, don't mock them. Okay? Number one, these, a lot of times the people that you're mocking, they don't respect you enough to care that you're mocking them. And they're just ready for the fight. So quit that route. Oh, you're a trailer park trash, backwards, ignorant, uneducated. Yeah, okay, well, fuck you. That's the reaction. I don't know what you're getting out of that by the deplorables comment by Dick Cheney pantsuit edition, which is Hillary Clinton, because she is completely interchangeable with Dick Cheney. I can't believe people who style themselves liberals like that fucking conservative, insane, ruling class control freak that loves bombing children. And if you can get pissed at me, but look at her history. She's John McCain. One of the most worthless human beings to ever walk this earth. John McCain. And not even worthless, he was negative, okay? You could say I'm a zero as far as the world is concerned. John McCain helped kill millions of people needlessly. There's no excuse for what he did, especially since he did it in Vietnam. He was aware of what he was doing in Vietnam. He talked about it to his superiors, and then he went on doing it, which I understand. You're caught up, you don't want to go to jail, so you drop napalm on kids. If I had had the sense and skill and all that, the eyesight to be a pilot, and I got sent over to Vietnam, if I ever even caught on to what I was doing and humanized the enemy, I probably wouldn't have gone to the soldier jail. Shit, I can't remember the brig. I think for him, I probably wouldn't have gone to court martial. I probably would have just kept dropping him. There you are. That's what I think of myself. I'm not the person who gives up the paycheck. I'm the person who will tell you that he's a hypocrite and scumbag for not giving up the paycheck. And hope that you see and you make it the world where now that's not a decision anymore, right? I would be the guy flying that would hope that, well, there's enough protests that I just get ordered to quit doing this. Okay, and that's most of us. Most of us are not Edward Snowden. Most of us are not Reality Winner. Most of us are not John Kiriakou. Look those names up if you haven't heard of them. Chelsea Manning. Most of us are not Chelsea Manning. Not tough enough. Sorry. Just going to keep doing the thing. Just going to keep getting my paycheck. I rambled away from my original thing. Look, if you're upset about the drag queen shows, you need to I mean, think about it. Think about why you are, because when you hyperventilate and start shouting at people and calling people names, it it doesn't help. It plays into their stereotypes. And on the other side, when you start bringing up Robin Williams, you look. What I assume is, all right, my initial thought was, oh, it's ignorance. Doesn't know what's going on. And now I'm like, oh, God, I can't possibly believe that. I can't possibly believe that that's what you think's going on. But when you do that, and when you insult people, when you repeat fucking Donald Trump's twin, Hillary Clinton, when you repeat her deplorables thing, all you do is give into their stereotypes. You all give into each other's stereotypes, and you do the stupid shouting and the stupid slogans. And I'm sorry for calling y'all stupid, but God, are your noses getting tired because they're leading you around by them constantly? You don't question any of this. You don't look across the aisle and go, damn, I wonder what that person is really upset about. Half the time, we don't know what we're really upset about. And that's true of all of us. It takes time. I had to look today to see, oh, well, shit. Yeah, that's why I didn't comment on it the first time I saw it, because I'm like, well, hell, that just looks like any other fucking show that I've seen. It's just that it's a dude dressed as a woman. So hell, what's the real issue? And then I just said, forget it. I'm not putting my brain power into that today. Y'all aren't thinking, and that is I'm there's plenty of times where I don't think. I just react. But when you're, how do I say that? When you see Ted Cruz or Elizabeth Warren or somebody throw out a pithy little quote, start looking. And don't go to fucking Fox News. Don't go to CNN. CNN and Fox News are the same fucking thing, y'all. Please. Go to somebody else. Somebody that's pretty good about handling a lot of the argument. He's not 100% always great. He's not perfect. Son of a gun. Bob Murphy. You're not gonna, if you're some of my liberal listeners, God, I don't have that many. But if you're a liberal, you're probably not gonna, there's a lot of stuff you're not gonna like about Bob Murphy, but he does kind of try to see it from the other side. And he does ask some good questions. I've heard about Jimmy Dore. I've never heard it pronounced. And he's on the left. Go to him and look. And he actually genuinely seems to be on the left. I need to watch more of him, but he's against the establishment. If you are going to the establishment, red team, blue team, they're both in the Fox and CNN, MSNBC, they're all establishment, y'all. They're all in the same league. They're just playing for the different teams. It's like, I'm going to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers to get my opinion on the Houston Texans. Yeah, you know what? You got to step outside the entire league, and you got to look. You got to look at people who aren't playing for a team. The sports analogy doesn't work perfectly here, but you see my point? Stop going to the blue team that's caught in the same narrative as you to judge. Oh yeah, well look, this is what the blue team is saying about itself, and and it just plays to everything. Step outside of it, and antiwar.com is a great website. I'm not giving good advice, I'm sorry. Other than, go to Antiwar, read every day. I don't read enough from there. I read an article here and there, usually when I'm mad at somebody and I want to actually get a decent version of the story. Consortium News is another one. And no, these aren't mainstream. And no, they're not InfoWars. So don't come at me with InfoWars, which I don't know anything about. And guess what? Neither do you. Okay? You have not been reading InfoWars. You've been looking at people reporting about InfoWars shit. And guess what? They're going to pick the most sensational crap. That's how it works. That's how this game is played. That is how you are played. Quit letting them play you.